The reason, guys, that power bars are have such a high follow-through rate is that you've got space without time. Does that make sense? Like it didn't march up like this. You see this bar here? It didn't march up over time. That is the same movement, right? One movement and this movement. You see? So this doesn't have follow through like this does because it has time with it. It has time with the space. So when you've got space without a lot of time, it's usually higher. Okay. I'm saying that violence tends to beget violence. That's right, Sharman. So this is violent move up will tend to, I mean, isn't that scientific as well? What's the law behind that? Anybody know the law? An object powerfully in motion will tend to what? Anybody want to complete it to me? Stay in motion. That's Isaac Newton, right? Now, when you add time and space to that, it becomes really powerful. Violent, sudden, abrupt, initial movement. It's got to be initial. And let's talk about that too, but it's got to be initial. That will tend to stay in the same motion. What do I mean by initial? What was happening before that has to be different. This is a very important point, guys. This power bar in Starbucks is an initial motion. Why is it initial? Because what was happening to the left of it was different. You see, it's not the same if what was happening to the left is the same like this. Like here is a motion bar, but you also had the same before it. That is different. That's not initial motion. This is initial. And I train you to find the initial moves. I teach you to jump into this bar off the 200. I teach you to jump into this green bar, right? At the 50% retracement level, right? I teach you to jump into the red bar being taken out by the green because what's to the left of it is different. Andreas, nice. To complete that, I like that. Right. So if there were many, if what was generally happening before a big bar, it's usually the opposite. It's the end. So you can see this in GME, right? So here is a motion bar, but what was generally happening to the left of it was the same. All right. So this is just an expansion of what was happening to the left. That is very different from an igniting or an initial power move. Okay. Let's see here. This bar is igniting. It's It's an initial bar that's changing what was happening to the left of it. This was happening to the left. And so here's your object. I would improve on this statement. New object in motion. New object. This is a new object in motion, but not just any motion. Powerful motion. A new object in powerful motion will tend to continue in the same motion. Except when it doesn't, right? That's always, that sounds like cheating almost, but it's not, except when it doesn't. It'll continue to do it except when it doesn't. Like, when it doesn't is important too. Isn't that the bull 180? The bull 180 is the exception. So you got power motion, which should follow through, but it doesn't follow through. In fact, it gets taken out. The blowing away of a universal concept is the reason it's powerful